guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the FHG account and we're talking about something that is really cool that I like to cover from time to time, which is the store. So a lot of players start asking a lot of questions as they go ahead and change up the store. So I'm going to run through each tab in the store, show you what is the biggest priorities to buy, and really give you the reason why the biggest priorities. Now, the shop does refresh every single day. You also do have an option to refresh the store manually if you want to, which is with diamonds. Now, if you're free to play, I really wouldn't drop my diamonds in here because you're talking over the course of, 10 days, that's 1,000 diamonds. If you talk it, refreshing it every day, you're talking a couple thousand diamonds, which you could utilize those for both pulls and for the Stargazer. Now, out of the shop, you can see we have a lot of choices. Over time, the shop has grown to what we see today. So starting from the top, guys, big priority, of course, are elemental shards. Now, the elemental shards, just the accumulation of the shards themselves, they do get very expensive when it comes to adding engraving to heroes, meaning you want to pick these up with gold every single day because it is the accumulation of these elemental shards, which are going to allow you to give you plus 30 when it comes to engraving on different heroes and building them out as we see fit. Elemental cores, way too expensive, guys. 10 cores for 200 diamonds. Do not buy these unless you are super heavy pay to win. They are very expensive. To take a hero from a plus 30 to a plus 60 engraving, it is 4,500 elemental cores, and you're getting 10 of them. As you're going to be dropping so many diamonds in here, it is going to be absolutely crazy. Now, this is the latest edition that we got. Talked about it a little bit when we did our live stream. So with the time emblem, a lot of players say, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? So this is kind of my take on the time emblem is, in my opinion, I feel it is really worth it to buy this. I know it is relatively expensive and kind of a trade-off is, I'm going to show you kind of what my thoughts behind it is with the time emblem. If you are not picking up these cards, you are not going to have an opportunity to get enough awakened heroes to really make a difference. Now, I know we only have Taylene at this point, but if you're looking to pretty much summon any of the awakened heroes in the future, to have these time emblem cards are going to be very important because remember, within the Temple of Time, you cannot use diamonds, meaning this is going to be your only source of currency to use within the Temple of Time because your diamonds cannot be used. Even if you're looking on an account like mine where I have 127,000 diamonds just sitting here, I cannot get Taylene because I do not have these Temple of Time cards. So essentially, if you're not buying these out, you are not going to get any awakened heroes going forward. If you're free to play, you're not going to get them. If you're pay to win, short of buying Temple emblems or Temple of Time cards, you're not going to be able to get them outside of the shop. I really think similar if this was Stargazer cards. Again, Stargazer cards would be 500 for each card. The Temple emblems seem a little bit more expensive just because of the simple rarity than the 500 cards or the 500 diamonds for every pull. Again, it would be really a game changer if within the Temple of Time, they allowed us to use diamonds, but as of right now, they do not. So if you want an opportunity to summon awakened heroes now or in the future, you're going to have to pick up these emblems out of here. Looking at our second row, guys, Hero Essence, there is no point with having 8 different accounts that I do not need Hero Essence, from the free-to-play accounts that are very low level to my YouTube account, which is level, I believe, 511 right now. Hero Essence will always be a requirement and always be one of the things you want to purchase absolutely every day. Now, because of these temple emblems, I do not buy the large crate of Hero Essence. I'm actually slowing down the leveling just a little bit because the accumulation of the diamonds. I want to make sure that I have enough money for the Temple of Time cards versus buying out these loot crates. Again, if you're heavy pay to win, go ahead and pick them up, guys. It's not going to make a difference. You can just burn through the diamonds and just buy more as you need them. Which brings us to our Elite Hero Stone. 90 diamonds for 5 Elite Hero Stones. This is an absolute priority every single day, guys. When you see these in the shop, Big reason behind it is not only can you get heroes, these can also be Celestials and Hypogean heroes. So let's say, for instance, I buy these out a couple days. My 90 diamonds, every day till I get 60 stones. With those 60 stones, I summon, let's say, a Lucretia. That could have been, roughly 50, 60, 70 Stargazer cards, which is accumulated to a couple thousand diamonds that I have saved from getting the resources out of here. Absolutely, guys, buy these stones out every day. Gold, I would not buy. Even down here, guys, this is a row that I would never buy with tier stones in here. Absolutely not, guys. You get tier stones over time. The rare cards, absolutely not. Super expensive, guys, especially when you can do summons at 3,000 and hopefully, again, get elites, get celestials, get hypogeans. Food will come in time. AFK Arena is a game of patience. Day in, day out. If you've been doing this for weeks, months, years, you will get all the food you need. It just does take a considerable amount of time. Gear is the exact same, guys. Gear will come. The reset scrolls, you get reset scrolls every single week. So just waiting and buying out those reset scrolls. Now, when it comes to emblems, emblems are if you have the gold, I would definitely purchase those. Or if you're relatively new to getting the signature items, I would purchase them as well. What I do, general rule of thumb, I keep 300 amplifying emblems, 300 primordial emblems on hand at all times. So essentially, Hero today comes out like Scarlet. You want to build it. I can get a plus 10 signature item. I can get a plus 20 signature item. The hero is already at a plus 20 signature item. At that point, I start purchasing all of these emblems to stock them up to having 300 of each again, because next time a hero comes up, same rinse and repeat. You have enough primordial and amplifying emblems to go ahead and build out that hero. Now, red chests, short of events, there's not really any way to get a lot of these red chests, but I would not purchase these. And the big reason for that is when you look at now, we have the King's Tower, we have the Faction Towers, the Celestial, the Hypogean Towers. A lot of those tower floors yield red chests. Also, you have events like the Magician's Hat, where you get red chests out of, and you can buy red chests out of there as well. Absolutely worth it to get red chests, just not buying them out of the shop. Pocoins, this should be an absolute daily purchase, guys. Pocoins, remember, every 3,000 you can summon to get furniture. This is going to be utilized day in and day out. Again, 10 days, I got 2,500 of these. 100 days, I got 25,000 of these just by utilizing the gold that I have in here. Never spend diamonds on them, guys. Not worth it by any means. So that does the store itself. Let's look at the guild shop. Guild shop, really two big priorities out of here. One is the tier stones. Buying these tier 3 stones out every single month should be your priority. This is the only place, again, you're going to be getting these in bulk. Second biggest priority is this right here, guys. You can see we have the lineup, dimensional gear. Now, out of this chest is actually a hero choice chest. You can pick your gear, but dimensional gear cannot fall out of there. When you look at the dimensionals, guys, once you have the primary dimensionals maxed out, meaning having Ainz, Albedo, Prince of Persia, once you have a couple gear sets, then you can really play around with what you need out of the shop. Tier stones, again, will come with time. You actually get a couple, through the different Peaks of Time adventures, through the Wandering Balloon. The dimensional gear, this is the only way that you can get it, short of straight up purchasing it. So definitely look at this for the recycle. Make sure you're picking up the dimensional gear and make sure, it shows all these heroes could use it. Who would really need it? Right here, my boy Leonardo da Vinci could definitely use one pair of these boots. So we'll go ahead and pick them up because it is the dimensional gear. And again, this you cannot get from anywhere. And you'll see these will actually rotate every single day on reset. So make sure you're picking those up and those tier 3 stones to get the gear even higher. Because remember, with the tier 3 stones, even when it comes to the martial ratings, tier 3 is still in effect. Barracks stones, guys, just like we've seen in the regular store, elite hero stones you want to pick up out of here as soon as possible because of the chances for Celestials and Hypogeans. If you buy all of these out, which is not too difficult to do with the hero coins, I recommend buying our Twisted Essence right down here. Twisted Essence kind of does take a back seat to buying out these stones and getting all of your max heroes out of there. Labyrinth store, easy with here. Arthur is your number one priority. After Arthur has been completed, it turns to the Emblems of Space. Emblems of Space are still your number one priority. Short of that, a lot of players buy out Wukong or will build out Wukong. In my opinion, guys, I would probably rather have these red chests down here than Wukong, just for the simple fact, even if I'm building up Wukong, which I do have them at 5 stars, this turns to Twisted Essence, which I already have Twisted Essence in here. I don't need a third place for Twisted Essence. I could buy these instead. Ultimately, the red chests are very dependent on the heroes. A lot of heroes do not work well without having that plus 30 signature item. I would go the emblems out of here, then I would go to the red chest. Again, Wukong is nice to have, but I haven't really found anything that I'm using him for, short of possibly, you know, running him in the double team when you get to the Celestial Tower. But most of the time, by the time you get there, you already have Wukong pretty much built because of the free copies that we've been getting. Regular faction heroes, do not buy out of here, guys. Not worth it whatsoever. Same with the heroes down here, not very beneficial. Brings us to the Challenger store. Challenger store, 2 of the biggest purchases. Number 1, you'll actually see him right in the spot, which is Merlin. Merlin is still the biggest priority out of here. Him and Leonardo da Vinci. Merlin does provide a big damage mitigation factor, a healing factor. The support class is very strong right now. The other one that will actually show up in this little spot is Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci, as we've seen in our tier list earlier today, very strong when it comes to the crowd control, and also that 9 of 9 furniture gives the team a huge damage boost to the players that he is crowd controlling. But ultimately, guys, I would go Merlin, then Leonardo, then it would be straight to Zolrath. Zolrath, we know, is in a lot of meta formations. He does work very well, delaying the entrance onto the battle with that 3 of 9 furniture. Very strong hero to build. After he is completed, Athalia would be my next choice, followed by Aziz. And the big reason I choose Aziz over Zolrath is Aziz really does have a niche utility when it comes to being built out on different formations, such as Speedy Lizard. He does work in a couple different formations where Orthos is very niche, but a lot of players are not building him anymore because he doesn't work. Just like we see with most tanks within AFK Arena, die pretty easy when it comes to formations. Not super effective overall, which is the reason I would really backseat him. But if you're getting to the point of having all of these other heroes already completely built out, chances are you're going to have some copies probably of both of these. Orthos I have completely built, I do not use. Aziz I have completely built, and I still do utilize in a couple different formations, especially in some of the Twisted Realm bosses where he was falling into formations for a little bit, and also that Speedy Lizard comp. All right, guys, so that will do it for the video for today. Checking out the shop. Again, when I start getting a lot of questions from players about the shop and what priorities, and are the Temple of Time cards worth it, I love covering it to make sure that you guys have the most up-to-date information and kind of building and progressing through AFK Arena. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.